Hey everyone, welcome back to Life After Neverland. If you are a new subscriber, welcome. Please make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button. You won't regret it. We have a lot of great TV shows that we are recapping. We're going to be talking about Supernatural, which comes out with its final season on October 10th, and The Walking Dead on October 6th. Two of my favorite shows. And right now we're going to discuss The Masked Singer, which is my husband's favorite show. Unfortunately, he is not here today, so I am taking over for him. We've had quite a crazy week, so we are actually a week behind. You're going to get 2 episodes this week, recapping week 1 and recapping week 2. So let's get started with week 1, you guys. So here we go. We have the butterfly and we have the egg. So I'm just going to talk about the 2 of them really quick. The butterfly had the most beautiful costume out of everyone. Loved it. Wanted it. I just adored it. So that was nice. And the little dancers that sprinkled around her were all sparkly and glistening. That was actually my favorite costuming out of everything. What do you guys think? Did you have a favorite costume? I'd love to know. Please fill me in. I think my favorite part about The Masked Singer is quite honestly just the costumes and the costumes. I love it. I love seeing what they come up with every single season, which is only 2, but I hope they come up with more because it's great. The butterfly, I digress. So her strength is grace. Her weakness is she's often flighty. Just a few clues that they gave you is that she was waiting in her cocoon. She had people who have clipped her wings in the past. She is soulful. She is religious. And she used to call London her home. For me, first thing I thought of was Demi Lovato. I love her music, and a lot of the things that the butterfly represents seems to me to be very Demi Lovato-ish, but I'm not sure about the age difference. She also said something about she's had success in many stages of her life, and I just feel like that would be someone who's a little bit more mature, been around a little bit longer than Demi Lovato. I'm wondering... I've heard a little buzz about Michelle Williams. I mean, I think that's a good guess. She has been on Broadway several times. Wasn't the star in Destiny's Child, right? She wasn't the star. Obviously, it was Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? So maybe her wings were clipped on that end of things. She's soulful. And I did get a feeling that the person could possibly be African Americans. I think that's a really good guess. I think that is an amazing guess. She was skinny, very, very thin. Physique. No, I think that's very suiting. Is the butterfly Michelle Williams? I would really love to see Demi Lovato on this show, though. Love that chick. But I really think that's a good guess, On to the egg. All right, so those 2 were battling out together. Obviously, the egg is a male. His strength was that he was well-rounded, but under weakness, he can crack under pressure. Okay, I like that. I like his little spin on his little egg terms there. He says he's strong on the outside, but vulnerable on the inside. He had a little snow globe and also a swan. So I think those were huge clues on his performance. And I had no clue what that meant whatsoever. He said something about a skateboard. At first I was thinking that it was the guy that does ridiculousness. But when I saw him do the Lady Gaga performance, I was like, yeah, no, that's definitely not him. So who the heck is it? So if you don't want any spoilers, I will fill you in soon. If spoilers are not your cup of tea and you haven't watched the first week, then you need to click off now. Yeah. Also with fashion, that's another reason why I thought it was Rob from Ridiculousness, but like I said, he's not that flamboyant, so it definitely wasn't him. Nicole said it was Christian Siriano, and I thought that's an amazing guess. So I don't know. When you were watching The Egg, who did you think the egg was? Who is your wild guess, if you know what I mean? Okay, so let's go to round 2, you guys. All right, so we have the thingamajig, which I liked that costume too. I thought it was quite funny and clever. And then you have the skeleton. That looked really cool. Let's talk about thingamajig. So the thingamajig was very tall and masculine. They said that their strength was that they could reach anything, obviously, and then their weakness is small spaces, which would go along with them being tall, probably. They say that they're a gentle giant, playing on how tall they are. He had a briefcase with scarves and a boa. Now, when I saw that immediately, I thought, what is that guy's name? My mind is going crazy right now. The basketball player for the Chicago Bulls. My brain has completely gone blank. Very flamboyant. But when he was performing, I didn't really think he was all that flamboyant. So that kind of went out of the water. He says he loves to sing. They had his sneakers, which, you know, it's definitely leading to someone who's in sports, in my opinion. And then it had the number 4. He was balancing on a tightrope too, so I'd love to see what the scenario is with that, because I'll usually reveal some of these clues that are a little bit harder towards the end. But that tightrope I thought was really interesting. He's saying easy like Sunday morning, and I loved it. I thought he was a great singer. So he said singing was something that he loves to do, and he was really good at it. So if he is an athlete, pretty cool that he can sing like that. Is his jersey the number 4? That's my question. I know nothing about sports, so it would be so much more fun and exciting if Sean was here right now, because he'd be able to chime in and help me with this, but I have absolutely no clue. I mean, I know the Chicago Bulls, and I'm trying to think of this particular basketball player that I can't even say his name, and it's so obvious, so that'll tell you one thing right there. Magic. I mean, is the Magic the Orlando Magic? Is that what they're saying? Because he's tall. So I'm assuming basketball? Someone help me here. All right, so I'm stumped. And that is that with the thingamajig. The thingamajig is a whatchamacallit. Say what? I have no idea. The skeleton was next up there with thingamabob, thingamajiggy, thingamabop. And he says that his strength is his bone density, and that his weakness is that he has no guts. I don't even know what to say about that. Okay, sorry, my dog was barking. Okay, so he says he has no fear of death. He's been around the block, which obviously shows he's basically indicating to us that he's much older, much mature, and he's been around for quite a while. He also mentioned that he played second fiddle. And then he said, party on, dude. So then, of course, obviously, you're going to think Wayne's World. It's got to be Dana Carvey, for sure. Everything makes sense. The only thing is second fiddle. Would he be second fiddle to Mike Myers? I don't know, because I think the two of them really hold their own. So that would be way too easy. That would be way too easy of a guess. What they said online, and even in the show, is that they thought that it would be Paul Schaefer. So he would possibly play second fiddle to David Letterman on the David Letterman show, and that legit makes sense. So I think that's a really good guess. But other than that, some of them were saying Martin Short. I guess I'll have to look into Martin Short and see if any of that seems relevant. Probably the party on dude is something behind the scenes, maybe. Not so much an upfront actor like Dana Carvey or Mike Myers. So I can't wait to figure this one out. That is fascinating. Does anyone have any guess? Listen, if you have any guesses or you feel very strongly about any of the Masked Singers, please let me know down below. I used to be top notch on pop culture. I mean, I was like on it, and now I have literally lost my mojo. Okay, so I'm clueless. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. All right, so then we have, basically, you guys, this is where the spoilers are going to kick in. If you haven't watched the show yet, they have the Face Off. And Face Off was between the egg and the skeleton. And guess what? Ding, 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 ding. The egg went home. Okay, so the egg was, what was his name? Johnny Weir. And I don't know Johnny Weir. You might say I'm stuck in a closet, but I really don't know Johnny Weir. But I thought he was great, and I thought he was cute and super fun. Anyone else who's a big Johnny Weir fan? Were you excited to see him on the show and sad to see him leave? But the question still remains. I truly was excited to see who the skeleton was, but I'm excited that the skeleton is still staying. So we'll see what happens moving forward. The egg, on a side note, saying that Blondie song One Way or Another. Freaking loved that. So kudos to you, Johnny Weir. I enjoyed you the one show that you were on. You did a great job. All right, you guys. Boom. Let's move on to round 3. So we have the Ladybug and the Rottweiler. The Ladybug is so confusing to me. She seemed nervous. I cannot wait to see who that is. Who is that? Is she a natural performer? I don't know, because she legit seemed nervous. and just not as on point as the Roddy. She said her strength is that she has good luck, and that her weakness is she is a windshield. I'm not really sure what that means. I don't know what that means. Do bugs like smack on her a lot? You know what I'm saying? Like, do bugs attack? Windshield, ladybug. Okay. She says that she has done game shows. She was born in the limelight, and that there's Family Feud. Now, is Family Feud the actual TV show in which she was, you know, a part of? Or did she really have family feuding? And she mentioned something about drama. So this is a person who is a part of a big celebrity family is what I'm wondering. But I did see pictures of the Brooklyn Bridge, or was that the San Francisco Bridge? What was that bridge I was seeing? Does anyone know? You know, please let me know. I really honestly have absolutely no clue. No clue whatsoever. She's saying, I Need a Hero. I love that song. She did a great job. The Rottweiler. Let's move on to him. So his strength was that he is protective, and which is interesting. It matches the Roddy. And his weakness was that, I don't know, something about ribeyes. Maybe he just loves ribeyes. Ribeye steak. He is weak for the ribeye steak. He says that he's a top dog. Something about Friday Night Lights. Now, if he was on the Friday Night Lights TV show, that would be epic of proportions for me. But I'm thinking it's sports. But then it also said something about fantasy football. Again, this would be so great for Sean because I absolutely don't have a clue. He did sing the song Man-Eater. Love that choice with the whole Roddy look and everything. When he was up on stage, I thought he did an amazing job. My thought was JC from NSYNC. I really did think that. But then as I was looking at it, I literally was thinking Nick Lachey. And I think they mentioned that twice. The voice itself a little bit sounded like Nick Lachey. When I looked online, they said that they thought it was Chris Daughtry. And it said that there was something to do with the It's Not Over song. Now, I would love to see that. Chris Daughtry was my favorite on American Idol. That'll be interesting to see. The Roddy was... I had guesses instead of cluelessness. So did anyone have any ideas? Did you guys think it was JC, Nick Lachey, or Chris Daughtry? Or do you have another idea? Do tell. Do tell. In round 4, you guys, we're going to move on. You had the tree and you had the ice cream. And the tree said that her strength was she could light up a room. And that her weakness is she's highly flammable. I don't know what that means. I really don't know what that means. But her clues were that she's a Christmas performer, something to do with storage. So she likes to be really organized, or something about her is organized. Also something about dishes, and they showed like cooking and sugar, and she likes to make treats. You know, is she on a cooking show? That type of thing. Then she said jazz it up, which has a little bit that could do, maybe it could do with New York, could do with Christmas. I have no idea. You know, obviously your first go-to is going to be like Rachel Way, Martha Stewart, but I'm wondering if this is someone from HGTV, if this is someone from like one of those cooking shows or one of those baking shows. Anyone have a guess for me? Again, I just need to put like a sign above my head. For right now, I'm totally clueless. Then the ice cream. The ice cream said it was the strength was super chill. The weakness was that they're high temperatures. So obviously they were kind of cued to give their strength and their weaknesses to match whatever their, you know, costume was. The clues was that they are a fantasy to reality, karate. They earned a lot of money. They have millions of peeps, and then all of these little emojis were everywhere. And I think that I would have to agree with the judges in the sense that this was probably a YouTube star, and if it is maybe something to do with video games. And once again, my husband Sean would be amazing at this because he's all about that video game vibe, but he would probably have a few wild guesses. So I'm going to hit some spoilers here because you are at the showdown now. And it was the ladybug and the ice cream. And that made a lot of sense. I thought that made sense for the votes. I didn't think the ladybug did as an amazing a job as the Roddy. And the tree was absolutely adorable. Absolutely adorable. So, ice cream I thought did really well, though. I really thought that the performance was pretty great considering that he was a YouTuber. Yep, a YouTuber, and his name was Ninja. I think it was Ninja. I guess he does, like, I don't know if he was doing Fortnite, that kind of thing. Ugh, I am really showing my age. I am stuck in the 80s, and it is not funny. Okay, but I thought he was adorable. I liked his hair color, and I think it was fair. I think the people that were sent home this week were a fair choice, you know, according to the people that we have left in this game show. So, with all of that being said, which Masked Singer was your favorite overall this past week that just happened? Me, I would have to say my most favorite was the Butterfly. And my second favorite is actually the Thingamajig. Ooh, and my third is the Roddy. So I would like to see who these peeps are. I like the skeleton too. That was really tough. But the Butterfly I really, really enjoyed. Now, the ones that I'm kind of like a loss for words are the Ladybug, totally lost. So I'm interested to see. The Tree, completely off to Neverland, have no clue whatsoever. So if you guys have a guess, let me know. But in the meantime, I'll see you guys on Thursday. I'm going to watch The Masked Singer Wednesday night, tomorrow night, and then I will tune in with you guys Thursday night and we'll discuss it. Let me know what you think and stay tuned, you guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for giving me your time, and I will see you soon. Toots.